Under the Uniform Commercial Code, or UCC, a debtor's disposition of collateral doesn't generally terminate a secured party's interest without that party's consent. In RFC Capital Corporation v. EarthLink Incorporated, the court considered whether a secured creditor that conditionally agrees to release its interest does so by authorizing a collateral sale before the condition has been satisfied. In 2000, RFC Capital Corporation, which we'll refer to as Capital, issued Internet Commerce and Communications Incorporated a loan in exchange for a security interest in Internet Commerce's customer base. Under the agreement, Internet Commerce couldn't dispose of its customer base without Capital's consent. Capital filed a UCC financing statement to record its security interest. Internet Commerce later contracted to sell its customer base to EarthLink Incorporated. That agreement and Internet Commerce's oral statements to EarthLink acknowledged Capital's security interest and claimed that Capital had agreed to release its interest after the sale. However, that wasn't true at the time. Once Internet Commerce did inform Capital of the sale, the two executed an amendment to their security agreement in which Capital consented to the sale and agreed to release its security interest after Internet Commerce satisfied its loan obligations. Thereafter, EarthLink received the customer base, but ultimately acquired only about 60% of the customers for which it agreed to pay. EarthLink, accordingly, stopped making payments to Internet Commerce. In turn, Internet Commerce couldn't satisfy its loan obligations, and therefore Capital never released its security interest. Capital sued EarthLink for several claims, including impairment of its security interest. Capital claimed specifically that EarthLink took and damaged its collateral without obtaining a release of Capital's interest. A jury found in Capital's favor. The trial court denied EarthLink's motion for a directed verdict. EarthLink appealed, arguing in part that Capital had consented to EarthLink's purchase of the customer base and therefore had agreed to release its security interest by executing the amended security agreement.